Welcome to the 2014 SunSmart IRONMAN Western Australia Busselton Athlete Race Briefing. Further to this race briefing, athletes are required to read the Athlete Information Guide, which contains additional information to ensure you have a great day. This is available online to view and print at www.ironmanwesternaustralia.com. If you have any further questions, please see the team located at the information desk at Signal Park near the corner of Marine Terrace and Queen Street, or alternatively meet the race director and team after the Friday night function at the front of the main stage. The race director will provide last-minute race updates at the end of the Friday night function. It is strongly recommended you attend to have the most up-to-date information prior to the race. Please make sure you've taken the time to check your athlete race kit for all items you'll need this weekend. This includes your swim cap, number tattoos, helmet sticker, bike seat post sticker, race bib, special needs sticker if required, and most importantly, your athlete wristband. Your athlete wristband is your form of ID, which you'll need to wear across the whole event. It will provide access into athlete-only areas. Bike, helmet and gear bag check-in is on Saturday 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. This takes place at Transition at Signal Park. If you require bike mechanic services, they'll be located within the expo area adjacent to Transition. Make sure you've attached your bike and helmet sticker prior to arriving at Transition. Upon entering Transition, your bike will be photographed by finishers' picks and inspected by technical officials to ensure your bike and helmet meet safety standards. To save time, please wear your helmet to bike check-in. It is then compulsory that all helmets are placed in the blue bike bag. The bike racks are individually numbered. Please ensure that you rack your bike at your assigned position. No bike bags or covers are allowed on your bikes overnight. These will be removed as they are a danger in high winds to neighbouring bikes. Please also endeavour not to leave any items at the base of your bike. Instead, please place these in either your blue bike, red run, special needs or street gear bags, depending on when you want to access them. You must check in your numbered blue bike and red run bag provided. No other bags will be accepted. The blue bike bag should contain all the gear you require for T1, swim to bike, and everything you need for the bike course. You'll need to hang this on the individually allocated T1 numbered hooks at the Transition change tent within Signal Park. Your helmet must be checked in with your bike and you're required to leave your helmet in your blue bike bag overnight. Helmets are not to be removed. On Saturday, bike shoes may be placed in your blue bike bag or clipped to your bike. Alternatively, they can be brought into Transition on Sunday morning. Your race number bib is optional on the bike course. The red run bag should contain all the gear you require for T2, bike to run, and everything you need for the run course. You'll be able to hang this on the individually allocated T2 numbered hooks at the Transition change tent within Signal Park. Your race number bib is compulsory on the run course. You will not have access to either of these bags on race morning, so please make sure you are thorough when packing for Saturday bike check-in. Please make sure you are aware of the flow of each transition. There'll be 3 transition tours held on Saturday to familiarise athletes with the area and allow for any questions or queries around transition. Transition tours will be held at 11:30 a.m, 1:30 p.m and 3:30 p.m. To attend these tours, please meet under the SunSmart tents in the grassed area adjacent to Transition and await your tour guide. They will announce themselves prior to the start. Transition opens at 4 a.m. on race day. You can drop off your special needs bags at this time to the special needs vehicles located next to the Transition change tent on race morning. Special needs bags should only contain items that are not of actual or sentimental value. Any uncollected special needs bags will be discarded at the end of bike and gear bag collection on Monday. Bike mechanics will be located at the bike exit entry arch and will have resources for emergency services only. You will be able to bring nutrition and bike shoes to Transition race morning, but these must be left on your bike. You will not have access to your gear bags on race morning. You will be able to bring in your bike pump on race morning. However, you must take this with you when you exit. Pumps will be stored separately to bags in the street gear tent, so please ensure they are adequately labelled. Your black street gear bag will need to be handed in to the street gear tent located on the way to swim start and adjacent to the finish line. Transition closes at 5:15 a.m. The Xterra Wetsuit Swim Course is a 3.8 kilometre one-lap course around the iconic Busselton jetty from east to west. This historic swim course is consistently voted as one of the top 3 swim courses across Ironman. The swim course is easy to navigate, as the iconic Busselton jetty should be on the athlete's left side at all times, whilst the yellow perimeter swim buoys are kept on the athlete's right. The far turnaround on the swim is approximately 50 metres beyond the end of the jetty, marked by 2 large white inflatable buoys. Athletes will need to swim around these buoys and keep them on their left side. The swim exit is identified by a large inflatable arch. Please ensure you allow time for the walk from T1 to the swim start. Approximately 10 minutes prior to start times, athletes will be called to move into the swim start area. It is compulsory for athletes to enter under the inflatable swim start arch in order to activate their timing chip when entering the swim start area. The pro races will commence at 5:30 a.m. for the males and 5:33 a.m. for the females. Age group athletes will commence at 5:45 a.m. Athletes wishing to warm up prior to the race are asked to do so on the eastern side of the small pier adjacent to the main swim area. Outside of the professional athletes, please do not swim across the front of the start area prior to the race, as there will be increased watercraft traffic preparing for the start. The race begins with a knee-deep shallow water start. To effectively manage this start, water safety will be positioned in front of the athletes with tape to hold them back in a straight line. Please do not go beyond this tape. With the support of athletes, this tape will be removed 1 minute prior to the race start. The race start will be signalled via the long blast of an air horn. If you decide to withdraw at any time after you've crossed the start mats, you must notify an event official so we can account for your safety. It is then compulsory to return your timing chip to the dropout clerk located at the information tents. Swim water safety is provided by the Busselton, Bunbury, Binningup, Smiths and Port Bouvard Surf Life Saving Clubs. If at any time you or another athlete needs assistance, raise one arm above your head and they'll come to your aid. Please follow all directions given by water safety personnel. The time limit for the swim leg is 2 hours 20 minutes. The swim course cut-off time is 8:05 a.m. based on the race start time. Any athlete who has not completed the course by this cut-off time will not be able to continue. Please note there are additional cut-off times for this leg of the course listed within the Athlete Information Guide available online. The new 2-lap bike course features 180 kilometres of the best of Busselton with fast coastal and forestry riding. This course is renowned for being fast and flat with smooth road surfaces. To navigate the course, athletes start from the transition area on Signal Park and head out east through the SunSmart Queen Street roundabout via Marine Terrace and turn right onto Carey Street before entering Lehman Road on their way out past Geograph Marina. Athletes turn left at Forest Beach Road and right along the coastline before approaching the turnaround approximately 6 kilometres along, where the roadway meets red dirt. Please note there is a small bridge midway along Forest Beach Road which requires athletes to travel in single file. For the safety of all athletes, Ironman asks all participants to obey this request and avoid overtaking in this area. After making the turnaround, athletes then return along Forest Beach Road, turn left into Lehman Road and left again at the Tuart Drive roundabout. This roundabout is a great bike course spectating spot for family and friends, with athletes passing this point 6 times. After progressing along Tuart Drive, athletes then enter the new section of the course, Capel's Ludlow Road North, and continue riding to the next turnaround prior to Peppermint Grove Road. The turnaround sends athletes back along Ludlow Road North, left into Stirling Road and towards the turnaround at Mallicup Road. From here, athletes follow Stirling Road back onto Ludlow Road North and eventually onto Tuart Drive, heading out towards the Far Bustle Highway turnaround located just before the intersection. After reaching the Far Bustle Highway, athletes commence the long straight ride back along Tuart Drive, continue past the Tuart Drive roundabout and into the turnaround point prior to Tall Tree Crescent intersection. After this, athletes will return to the Tuart Drive roundabout, turn left into Lehman Road and follow it all the way back past the Geograph Marina and into town. On re-entering town, athletes will turn right off Lehman Road onto Brown Street before re-entering Marine Terrace towards the SunSmart Queen Street roundabout. The SunSmart Queen Street roundabout concludes the first lap of the bike. At this time, athletes will keep right and turn around the roundabout and repeat the course prescribed previously for their second lap. At the completion of their second lap and on approach to the roundabout, athletes will this time keep left and head through the roundabout and back into transition. This is a very busy roundabout across the duration of the bike course. It is really important athletes are attentive when moving through it. Please be aware that while there are road closures in place, there may be local traffic and event vehicles on course in order to maintain residential access and provide race support. It is highly advisable that athletes take the time to travel the course pre-race. It is your responsibility to know the course. On race day, there will be distance markers as well as specific course signage at all decision-making points to assist with navigation. Please ensure you're following all signs that refer to the Ironman logo or M.Dot. Athletes should endeavour to be self-sufficient across the race. Please note there are no bike mechanics on site Thursday and Friday. To support and increase comfort, Ironman suggests all athletes with concerns visit the local bike mechanics at Fat Duck Cycles, located a short walk through the Busselton CBD on Prince Street. Fat Duck Cycles is a must-do and see during your time at Busselton. For simple bike adjustments, Ironman has set up a self-service area with basic tools outside transition. Feel free to use them at your leisure. Bike mechanics will be on site for Saturday bike check-in and again pre-race within transition on Sunday. The team at Fat Duck will be your on-course support on race day, with roaming bike mechanics on course throughout the bike leg. The Fat Duck bike mechanics will carry tools and spare tubes only for the athletes to repair their own bike. They will not have spare wheels available for any athletes. Please note, due to the complexities of operating such a service under racing conditions, an athlete should carry minor equipment. Event vehicles known as SAG wagons will be roaming the course to collect any cyclist that cannot complete the event. Collected cyclists will be transported to transition at Signal Park. Please be advised there may be delays in SAG wagon transport. It is advisable for athletes to commence walking back to their nearest aid station if long delays are expected. On arrival back to transition, please report to the dropout clerk at either information tents and hand in your timing chip. The bike course has 3 aid stations on lap 1 and 4 aid stations on lap 2, with 7 passes in total, located approximately 20 to 23 kilometres apart from each other. These aid stations will offer water, Gatorade electrolyte, Degas Coca-Cola, lap 2 only, Endura gels, Bonk Breaker Bar, Bonk Bites, bananas, Vaseline situated in the toilets, ice, sunscreen and insect repellent. Special needs bags will be available at Bike Aid Station 4, Marine Terrace. If you require your special needs bag, you will need to follow the instructions and yell out your number as you approach the station for the volunteers to have your bag ready. All athletes should slow down through this area or come to a complete stop off course and within the station in order to maintain safety for themselves and those around them whilst accessing their bag. This is the sequence of the bike aid stations. Volunteers will endeavour to provide approximately 50 metres between tables and service areas. Athletes must slow down when entering aid station zones. Don't stop but maintain a straight line and consistent speed. If you do not require any product from a bike aid station, please stay to the right of the roadway. Communicate loud and clearly. Volunteers are there to support you, not to serve you. Litter zone start and litter zone finish signs are provided to define the rubbish and bin and discard zone. Outside of this zone, athletes will be penalised. Roads cannot be reopened until the course is clear of all rubbish. Please help by sticking to the rules and discarding only within this area. Please be focused and considerate at all times through the aid stations. The safety of yourself, other athletes and volunteers should be your priority. Our volunteers will do their best to deliver what you require, but it's your responsibility to slow down and ensure you have the correct nutrition. Bike course regulations apply to this section of the course. These are: always ride as far to the left as possible, always pass on the right, always move left after a pass, do not block other athletes' progress, do not ride side by side, never cross the centre line, do not litter, never ride with MP3 players, phones or cameras. This is a non-drafting event, meaning unless overtaking, 12 metres must be kept between yourself and the bike in front at all times. When passing, you must complete your pass within 25 seconds, be making forward progress at all times. A started pass must be completed. After being passed, drop 12 metres back. You cannot pass until you are 12 metres back. If you do receive a penalty, the officials will show you a yellow or red card, tell you to stop at the next penalty tent if applicable, and note your athlete number and other information. There are 2 penalty boxes on course. The first is located at the Tuart Drive intersection of Low Road, after making the turnaround at the Busselton Highway and heading inbound. The second penalty box is located prior to transition at the intersection of Marine Terrace and Stanley Street, just prior to the SunSmart Queen Street roundabout on the inbound side of the course. The time limit for the bike leg is 10 hours 30 minutes from the start time. The bike course cut-off time is 4:15 p.m. Any athlete who has not completed the course by 4:15 p.m. will not be able to continue. There will be intermediate cut-off points on the course. The run course is a 42.2 kilometre 4-lap course renowned for great spectator support. Runners will exit transition via the same pathway used for the swim exit to commence lap 1 of 4 on the clockwise run course. Upon entering the course, athletes will run west along the rock wall pathway overlooking the water before entering Geograph Bay Road and running to the western turnaround at King Street Car Park. After reaching this turnaround, athletes will head east, doubling back over the course just covered, onto the foreshore, past the swim exit and finish line, and along the middle of the train tracks leading between the Lighthouse and the Goose Restaurant. These tracks will lead athletes into the Goose Car Park behind swim start and out onto Geograph Bay Road. At Ford Road, outbound athletes will be directed up onto the Red Coastal Pathway, continuing on their way out to the Gearan Street Car Park and Eastern Turnaround. After completing the eastern turnaround, runners will be sent back along Geograph Bay Road towards the Goose Car Park behind swim start. In this car park, athletes will be handed their first of 4 lap bands that signifies the completion of each lap. The lap band collection area will be marked with overhead signs for each lap. Athletes are to run through the chute of the lap they've just completed in order to receive the corresponding lap band. Upon collection of 4 different colour lap bands, athletes will be allowed to enter the finish chute, which is located adjacent to swim exit. At this point, athletes commencing their next lap will keep right and head west back along the spectator-friendly course and Rockwall pathway, whilst athletes heading to the finish will keep left and enjoy the celebrations at the finish line. It is the athlete's responsibility to ensure they've received the 4 coloured wristbands in order to proceed down the finish chute. The run course will have distance markers every 2 kilometres. There'll also be traffic cones delineating the middle of the course, which athletes should keep on their right at all times. Volunteers and directional signage will be positioned at key decision-making points along the course to assist with navigation. There will be 2 roaming SAG wagons to collect any runners that cannot complete the event. Collected runners will be transported back to the recovery area. Please be advised there may be delays in SAG wagon transport. It is therefore advisable for athletes to commence walking back to their nearest aid station if delays are expected. There are 3 aid stations on the run course, all of which are double-sided. They are located within 2 kilometres of each other. Athletes will pass each aid station multiple times. These aid stations will offer water, Gatorade electrolyte, Degas Coca-Cola, Endura gels, Bonk Breaker Bar, Bonk Bites, bananas, watermelon, lollies, Vegemite, Vaseline, situated in the toilets, ice, sunscreen, insect repellent and visibility aids. Special needs bags will be available at Aid Station 2, Georgette Street, the Volunteer Marine Rescue Area. If you require your special needs bag, you'll need to follow the instructions and yell out your number as you approach the station for the volunteers to have your bag ready. Take extra care around this area and look out for others. For athletes running at dusk and after dark, glow sticks will be issued to you at aid stations. Athletes must take particular care at this time in the race. It will be compulsory for athletes to wear these glow sticks once allocated for safety reasons. This is the sequence of the run aid stations. Wherever possible, volunteers will provide a minimum of 10 metres between tables. However, due to the lay of the land, sometimes table layouts may vary across the course. The sequence of offerings, however, will remain the same. Please read the signage and communicate with the volunteers re your requirements. Please note there are toilets at every aid station. Please endeavour to place rubbish in the bins provided. We want to return the city to the locals as we found it. It is with their blessing we're provided access to the course. Please be focused and considerate at all times through aid stations. The safety of yourself, other athletes and volunteers should be your priority. Our volunteers will do their best to deliver what you require, but it's your responsibility to slow down and ensure you have the correct nutrition. Don't forget to thank the volunteers. Run course regulations apply to this section of the course. You must complete all 4 laps. There will be timing checkpoints on course validating this. Absolutely no outside assistance. No iPods, thumps, headphones, cell phones or cameras. Keep your torso covered. You must have your run number visible on the front. No littering. If an athlete is shown a yellow card, they may be directed by the technical official to perform a stop-start penalty. 3 infringements equals disqualification. If you receive a red card from a technical official, you must report to the race referee once you've completed your race. The run course closes at 10:45 p.m. with intermediate time cutoffs in place as listed within the Athlete Information Guide available online. Any athletes who are not going to make this time frame will not be able to continue. The race is conducted under the Triathlon Australia TA race competition rules and a number of special Ironman rules. It operates under the 3 strikes and you're out principle. Any and all infringements across the event count towards your 3 strikes. In other words, any combination of 3 rule infringements will result in disqualification. Please refer to the Athlete Information Guide on the event website for more information. Pre-race and public first aid is available at both information tents. An experienced medical team will be in place at the event, with medical personnel positioned at the swim start and exit, transition, roaming on the cycle and run courses, as well as a full medical tent setup and team at the finish line. There'll also be ambulances allocated to the event at all times. During the race, please ensure you look after yourself and your fellow athletes. If in doubt, ask for help from an event official or volunteer on course. Please make sure you have provided the staff a check-in with your most up-to-date medical and emergency contact information. The medical team can assist with rehydration, warming or cooling, and other basic care. Any athletes requiring further treatment will be transported to the Busselton Hospital. If you find yourself in this situation, your gear will be cared for until you return. Please inquire at the information tent when you return or phone Ironman directly. To help out the medical team, please make sure you're taking appropriate care of yourself. If you have an acute illness, modify your expectations and allow for a bad day. Above all, don't change what you've been doing. Completing an Ironman is a special experience. Crossing the finish line is the pinnacle. Here's a hot tip: make yourself photo ready. In accordance with Ironman rules, family or friends, including children, are not permitted in the finish chute or finish area. Please make your loved ones aware of this rule, as you will be disqualified if this rule is not adhered to. This rule is enforced to reduce the risk of an athlete unintentionally harming themselves, other athletes, or their loved ones. It's also important to respect other finishers and their experience. Ironman hopes everybody makes the most of their time in the spotlight. Once you cross the finish line, there'll be a range of services to aid your recovery. These include finish line catchers who'll meet and support you once you've finished, escorting you through to the secured recovery area. Volunteers will present you with your finisher's medal and towel and remove your timing chip. Please endeavour not to exit the recovery area with your timing chip still on. Throughout this period, the catchers will briefly assess you and take you to medical if required. Please communicate to them if you feel any discomfort whatsoever. The recovery area will offer drinks, fruit, and hot and cold food. Massage therapist will be available for a short free complimentary massage. Your street gear bag and finisher shirts will be available for collection prior to exiting. Please note, you'll need to show your race number or ID wristband in combination with your medal to collect your finisher shirt. There is a change tent and outdoor showers available if required. Event staff and volunteers are within the post-finish area. Please advise if you require assistance, as they are there to help and celebrate your achievement. Your black street gear bag will be available for collection after the race in the recovery area. Bike checkout will run from approximately 4:45 p.m. to 10:45 p.m. on race day, but athletes can also collect their bike on Monday from 9 a.m. till 12 noon. All blue bike, red run bags and special needs bags will be available for collection at transition from 9 a.m. until 12 noon on Monday, December 8. After this time, the transition area will become an unsecure area, so it's your responsibility to collect during this time. Please ensure you're still wearing your athlete wristband, as staff will check this number against your bike and bags as you exit transition. If you do not have your wristbands, we'll not be able to return your items without further proof of ID. You've endured or enjoyed months of training. You've just completed your 8-hour or 17-hour Ironman. Now what happens? The action continues on Monday, December 8, with the 2015 registrations open from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. at the Athlete Check-In on Signal Park. Then from 11 a.m. within the change tent, the Ironman World Championship roll-down ceremony, offering 40 age group qualifying slots for the 2015 Ironman World Championship in Kailua Kona, Hawaii. Qualified athletes are required to claim their slot in person. Please make sure you have all the required information available for registration, and remember, slots must be paid for at the ceremony. For further details, please visit the event website. Last but not least, on Monday evening, the official awards night at the Function Tent in Barnard Park commences at 5:30 p.m. This will be followed by the traditional after party within the Big Top, where athletes are encouraged to let their hair down and celebrate their achievements. Keep listening for all the details so you don't miss out on any of the action. Good luck on Sunday, and we look forward to celebrating with you on the finish line.